GreatScores Jerry Lee Lewis licks tutorials. In these tutorials we take a closer look at some of the licks used on our full Jerry Lee Lewis video. This is tutorial number 2, left hand technique. You need a rock steady, rock and roll left hand to play this piece well. Lincoln's going to show you how.
Okay, let's have a quick look at the left hand. Before we have a look at that, let's have a look at the basic setup at the piano. Make sure you're sitting high enough. Your elbows should be on level or above the level of the keys. Make sure you're sitting at the front of your chair, not too far back, so you have a better base with your two legs and the chair. There's a general thing about the technique of doing this, which your wrist has to be very loose, so you have good technique. So you're basically, in a way, playing the keys like your arm's a hammer and your hand is the extension, so you've got a very loose wrist. That's very important to get this going, otherwise you will tense up and you'll be in pain quite soon. Just to recap, you need to have a very loose wrist, so it's almost like doing this. If you try doing this, you get a really good idea of how loose your wrist has to be, and it almost has to be this loose. That way you can play this for longer periods of time rather than dying a slow death in your arm. The other thing is to get a slight motion, kind of like almost like a bridge going between the C's and the G's. That way you're using more, again you're using gravity to play the keys for you rather than having to play it out of your fingers. Now just explain how you do it completely wrongly so you have an idea what it looks like. Flat fingers on the keys. That's definitely not the way to do it. That will not work.
Well, I hope you found that tutorial useful. There are 5 in this set of tutorials for Jerry Lee Lewis licks, and there's also the full video where you can see the whole piece from start to finish. Alternatively, why not go to the GreatScores sheet music website, greatscores.com, where you can download sheet music, MP3s, and a whole load of other sheet music for a wide range of instruments and playing styles.